Welcome back. Today we're going to do an unboxing on my new buy, a Newport skiff. And this is a Newport inflatable skiff that I just unpacked and assembled in the garage. I'm going to do a full unboxing, but just to give you the synopsis of what you're about to see, and so that you probably won't even have to go through the whole video. This is extremely well built. It's designed incredibly well too. I am way beyond impressed about the ease of use and the design. I will give you one pro tip, that when you unbox this thing, there's 3 boxes come with it. Unbox the seat first. That's the last thing you'll unbox, and the one thing you'll find when you unbox a seat is you will find the owner's manual and how to assemble it. I didn't find that until I was done assembling it. If you watch the video, you'll understand that. But bottom line is, everything from the seat, which is just awesome, to the rails, the mounting, the actual rubber, and I'll explain to you in the video my history with rafts and kayaks and everything else. I was also a mechanical engineer for a while, so this is kind of the nerd's view of it, but this is just laid out so well. I am so excited. I want to get this on the water. I will do some on the water stuff, but this is an out of the box video right now. I do have a Newport 55 pound trolling motor on it, which I bought this year, and that was the reason for actually buying the skiff. So quick story, I'll make it really quick. I go down to Florida. I bought this to go on my kayak down in Florida. That's the trolling motor. I put the trolling motor on it. I went out. I thought, this is going to be great. And then my neighbor yelled at me from the dock, "Hey, I don't see any numbers on that boat. I see you haven't got it registered." I got to tell you, it's a 2nd-degree misdemeanor in Florida to have a kayak, canoe, whatever, with a motor on it. It's also the same in New York State. So you need to register your kayaks and canoes. If you know anything about that, that means you need the first bill of sale. It's a nightmare. So I decided to go all out and get myself a skiff, because I really do want this for next year when I'm down in Florida, but I'm probably going to use it up in Cape Cod. That's why I bought this. So note to you all out there that think you're going to buy a trolling motor and put it on your kayak or canoe. In New York State and in Florida, same thing. And oh, by the way, in New York State this year, 2025, you need to get the safe boating course first before you can get your kayak, canoe, skiff registered. The reason I bought this skiff brand new was the fact that I would have a receipt for the skiff, so I can actually go in and say that I own it, since I don't have, which is the bill of sale. Anyway, that's that story. Once again, this is the pro tip. I'm not gonna say it again, but look, open the seat first, get out the owner's manual and take a look. But this is extremely well done. It's a beautiful craft, and I will get it on the water hopefully soon, and we'll do an on the water video. But for right now, I am stoked. Do something a little different today. I am going to do an unboxing. I just picked this up. This is a Newport NS130. This is an inflatable skiff. I don't usually do unboxings, and I don't usually do product reviews. The only reason I'm doing this one is because I got a little story to go along with it. I'm going to be very careful with this knife so I don't cut anything out. Anyway, I did buy this from Tiny Boat Nation. The shipping seems to have come. I mean, it's banged up a little bit, but you expect that from something that weighs almost 100 pounds. Weighs 62 pounds, I think. The reason I bought it from Tiny Boat Nation and I didn't buy it from Newport itself is because they were the same price in both places. But Tiny Boat Nation does free shipping, and Newport didn't. Or I would have bought it directly from Newport. Anyway, bottom line is, the reason I feel like I can technically do an unboxing on a watercraft, especially what they're calling the kayak cure, is because I have a long history, a very long history, close to 40 plus years of canoeing and kayaking. So you get these 3 boxes. I'm kind of going to jump around here. Let me jump back to you. You get these 3 boxes. This is what it all comes in. This is just the standard package. So this is a seat. These are the rails for the seat, and this is the actual inflatable craft itself. I think I'll unbox these a little bit later on, so we can put them on. We'll see how those go. For right now, we'll just stick with the inflatable side of the deal. Getting back to my spiel before, I have spent most of my life in kayaks and canoes. I've taught a lot of classes for the Adirondack Mountain Club. I was actually a whitewater guide for Adirondack River Outfitters up on the Black River. I've spent a lot of time on the water, and I've owned more craft than you can shake a stick at. I currently still own 4 kayaks, 2 canoes, an inflatable paddleboard, and an inflatable kayak. You've probably seen me on both of those, but I feel like I can actually give you, from a layman's point of view, what you're actually going to get when you unbox this. I'll do further videos on down the line about how it works on the water and how I feel about it, and any problems I have with it. I did buy this 100%, so I don't feel bad about saying bad things. I don't feel bad about saying good things about it either. Anyway, first off, the paddle that comes with it, it's okay. It's not phenomenal, but it's a nice little paddle. It's not top of the line. I actually have a better SUP paddle than this, which I'll probably end up using, but I'll definitely hang on to that as a spare. So it doesn't come with a kayak paddle. It comes with a stand-up paddleboard paddle, or something you can actually stand on the craft and use it. A single-ended paddle. Comes with a repair kit. Comes with a pump. This looks like a pump. I've got this is my 3rd pump because it's my 3rd inflatable. This one looks very, very nice. I am going to use what I use for all my inflatables, which is an electric pump. If you get yourself an inflatable, get yourself an electric pump. They're worth the $100 that you pay for them. Anyway, whoa, this is a beauty. And so it says it weighs 60, I think it was 62 or 66 pounds. I'm not sure. I'll look it up later. The good news is, look. Even though the box was a little beat up, everything seems to be very intact so far. Into the box. Actually, you know what we have here. First of all, this is the case that it comes in, and the case is on rolling wheels, which is great because it is quite heavy, and it does roll around a little bit, and it rolls around really easy. It's going to be easy for me to handle. However, first thing I'm noticing here, not that there's anything wrong with this, but the case that it comes in isn't really a case. All it is a cover that will hold it. So the outsides of this are exposed. So I was hoping that it was coming in a case that I could flip it on top of the car and basically transport it with the case. And I'm not going to be able to do what I wanted to initially do. Not a killer, but and it's probably easy to get back into this because this just unfolds. Basically, it's just a little wrapper. The sides are exposed on this, but not a big deal. Actually, it might work out to be better this way. I'll give it a couple of months wrapping it up and putting it away, and we'll figure out what that's like. So, like I said, first things first. It's not really a case. What it is a wrapper I'm not sure what these things are for, but basically the overall wrap that the cocoons in here is like a taco shell. Will allow you to transport it around on wheels, which is great. We're going to put that to one side. And let's see what we have here. So, okay, that's good. There's a little bit of bubble wrap around some of these areas. Up on the top, get it down a little further. So, I'm glad I'm videoing this because now I'm going to be able to look back and see how it unrolls and how it rolls up. I'm assuming that crackling noise you hear, it's kind of sticking a little bit to a side. That's not pretty cool. Once again, that is not an issue, but it does say that when this is all wrapped up and rolled and probably shipped the way it's shipped, it's going to make a lot of noise when you unravel it. So far, so good, though. This is the transom, the half end. This obviously fits in. These pop out. Okay. What I'm going to do, once I get all this done and all inflated, we will see how big this actually is. So, let's figure out where the chambers are, and we'll get to inflating in just a minute. I can tell you just my initial thoughts on it. This is not your average paddleboard type material. This is good heavy duty stuff. Definitely has a bunch of skid pads on the bottom end here. So it's heavy duty. This is raft quality. Like I said, I worked in my youth as a raft guide and kayak guide up in the Adirondacks. This is heavy duty stuff. And I believe this one, if I was reading this stuff correctly, and you can correct me on me, but I believe this was, these are not glued seams. They don't look like they're glued seams. They're either heat or sonically welded seams. Anyway, let's figure out, that's interesting. I can't see the ports. So they must be on the inside. Nope. That's interesting. I would have thought I would have been able to find I'm looking for the inflation. Huh. Isn't that interesting? Fascinating, actually. Boy, this is heavy duty though. I'm excited right now. Wow. Huh. Oh, wait a second. Here we go. There we go, right there. So, let's see what we have for, oh good, okay. All right. Let me see what I have for my So I was able to find the ports for the outside anyway. There's 4 of them, and they are actually covered up because the port has a screw lock cap that goes into it, and it's covered with this. I'm assuming this is so that you wrap it, you continue to wrap it up with these, so that this doesn't wear a hole in the exterior. So hang on to these. Anyway. Like I said before, it comes with a great pump, but if you're going to be serious about using this, I would, any paddleboard anyway, I'd buy yourself a nice little $100 pump. That'll get it well worth every penny, unless you want a full body workout when you're doing it. Likewise, if you're going to do that, yeah, I know I'm going to get some comments on this one, but go over to Harbor Freight and buy yourself a very cheap jump pack. In these jump packs, you'll find that they've got a really nice lighter terminal. I'm going to call it lighter terminal. I think there's some kind of socket, but it's the same lighter port that you have in your car, and that will allow you, and it does a great job, of running these pumps. Luckily, this pump that I have here, which is the Outdoors Master, it served me well, so big shout out to them. They came with what looks like the correct fitting for this. We'll find out in a second. Here we go. That's a correct fitting. Perfect. Now this is supposed to, I'm only going to pump it up to 3 pounds, just because this is just a test to see how quickly, and this looks like it's going to go very quickly actually. Well, that's done. Not sure how long that took. I'll look at the video and I'll let you know in the comments afterwards. Oh, look, there's an inflatable floor in this too. So we will inflate that. Well, that's part of the floor. And the inflatable floor. Interesting. So the inflatable floor is not connected. I am sure that I was supposed to probably do that prior to the other pieces, or I wasn't supposed to inflate everything else first. I probably supposed to do the floor first and then inflate everything else around it. We'll see. Oh, what did I do? Did I unplug it? Yeah, I did. Sure that the floor was supposed to be the first thing to inflate. But since I'm not going to be using it, do this. I just put 2 psi in the floor. It's supposed to be done to 8. Assemble that. I will put it on video. I don't know if I'll include it. So, good news. This bad boy is pretty darn light. I am going to be able to handle this by myself. The transom is absolutely solid. It says 2-person, 650 pounds. That'll not be a problem at all with this. I bet you could put, legally you can't put 4 people on there since it's a 2-person. You should only ever have 2 people in it. If you do put more people on it, understand that your state laws that go in your state, in New York State, if you have an inflatable skiff like this, even though you could put 4 people in here very easily, and it would float very easily, it is still only a 2-person or 650 pounds. So that tells you that the 4 people you put in here have to be well under 200 pounds apiece. If you have 4 adults, that might be difficult. Might be very difficult. I weigh about 180 pounds, so 4 of me would not fit in here. But for a 2-person, as advertised, this thing is going to be absolutely gorgeous. It would definitely float without a problem with 6 people in it. Let me pop the camera off of there and do a quick walk around and show you what's on here. So, looking at it initially, I say that the construction is excellent. There's a lot of good grips on it, both welded grips on the front and the back, and also all the way at the transom here, all the way at the aft of the boat. They have some grip handles back here too for moving it around. As we move up to the front, there's 2 really nice handles up here. The weight of this and the fact that they have so many handles to carry it and move it around, it's going to be easy to move and easy to get around with. A lot of nice what we call skid plates or plates on here, which are in high wear areas. Once again, the rubber on this is pretty common with what I see with other rafts of this nature. This comes in right around $2,000 total. The one thing that's a little off about it is the NS13. It's a 13-foot boat, but that is 13 feet all the way to the back end here. It is only 10 feet 8 inches to the transom, to the mount for your motor. So you have 10 feet. Whoop, let's not do that. We have 10 feet and 8 inches of what I would call living space here. You have another 2 foot 4 inches on the back. So it is 13 feet long, but it's not what I would call a 13-foot boat. It's 10 feet 8 inches. Now, it is 4 feet wide. It's 40. Well, let's find out. I thought they said it was 48. Oh yeah, no, it's 4 feet wide. So it's 4 feet wide, and there is just a ton of flotation here. This is perfect for me for what I'm using it for, and that would be a 1 or 2 person craft to get out into some open water, and actually shuttle back and forth in Cape Cod. We're going to be shuttling back and forth around some islands in the area where I can get people out to beaches with this. I will hook up. I did buy a Newport trolling motor for the back of this. I'll probably upgrade that pretty quickly and go into a better electric motor, but for right now, the Newport trolling motor is what I will put on the back. I will show that in a minute. And I'm going to unbox the seat now, and I'm going to put the seat on and see how that looks. Okay, let's see what we have in these boxes here. First of all, I have, not sure what that is. Well, that's a whole lot of stuff. Into So there is some assembly required here. This is actually going to be the seat that goes across here. Seat's going to mount to here. Probably getting the rails where this seat mounts to is going to be the part that's going to take a little bit of time. My initial thoughts on this is good. This is well made. Overall, this is very well made. I am I am delighted that I chose to go with this particular model. I was researching a bunch of different models, and this one fell in the realm of big enough for me, small enough to transport and get to where I want to get it to. And right now I can tell you that I don't think you really want to set this thing up. I'll find out in a few minutes, I think, but I don't think you really want to set this up. Oh, there you go. On site every time, unless I might change my mind about that, but actually putting the seat on, if you're just going to inflate it, put the motor on, sit in the back, go on out, or, you know, but if you're going to put these aluminum sides on, I think we're starting to get into the realm of, okay, it's going to take a little time to get all of this done. Let's see what we have here. Boom. Okay. Oh, wow. All right. So that fits in. Oh, this is not bad at all. All right. I may take my words back really quickly. This, okay. You know what? I take it back. And the reason I take it back is because I spent my early years as a mechanical designer. So, somebody put a lot of thought into how to make this go easy. It might not go quick, but it's definitely going to be easy. Oh yeah. Well done. Well freaking done. Boom. Oh. I haven't been out in the water with this yet, but I am, hopefully won't eat my words later, but I am loving this right here. Holy cow. Absolutely brilliant. Very well thought out. The design for doing these aluminum brackets that hold the seat on. I just put the first one on. Got some screws in there. Wondering whether I'm supposed to be putting, you know, being the being the mechanical designer that I am. Of course, I don't take out the instructions. Does anybody do that anyway? And okay, so there's no instructions in there. I'm guessing there's instructions. I'm going to open up the other box with the seat in it and see if there's instructions in here. And survey says, oh, I like the seat, but nope, not seeing any instructions with the seat. They wouldn't have put them inside here, would they? No. in there. Oh, you know what? you love this. The last thing you put on is the seat, right? And when you open up the seat, what do you find? You find the instruction manual for how to set up the rest of the boat. So here's all your instructions, which is beautiful. Here's how to blow it up, inflate it, everything else. But they've got that tucked in to the seat in between. And it, you know what? Perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. But it's humorous to me. For me, that was the last thing I opened up. I didn't really care about the seat. I wanted to see how this thing would inflate and everything else. And the instruction manual is buried in the last thing that I opened, and I'm assuming the last thing most people would open, which is the seat that actually attaches to this. And very cool. I am not going to waste your time on this video with me attaching the seat. I'm going to attach it. Well, you know what? Let me just take a quick look and see how much it's going to take for me to figure this out. Oh, very cool.